Joined by Deyton Albury, another double-figure scoring game and 7 assists for not only a season high, but the most he's ever had in a Mountain West game going back to last year at Utah State. So, questions for DA?
Hey, good stat line, but I'm going to start with not you. What was it like to see Tajavis kind of get going again? I know you guys are close, so what was it like to see Tajavis get going?
I mean, that's my roommate. You know, we have a lot of personal conversations at home, so it was great to see him get out there, hit a few shots, you know, get his confidence back, get his love back, and, you know, it was great to see.
As much as you're willing to divulge in front of cameras and microphones, like, when you and him were having those conversations, like, it had to have been hard for a guy who's played a lot of minutes and then wasn't playing for a while. I'm curious, did you expect him to come back like this, the way he did, and what were those talks like, as much as you want to say?
Yeah, I would say I was kind of in the same situation last year at Utah State. In the beginning of the season, wasn't getting the minutes that I wanted. You know, shots wasn't falling, and, you know, I kind of related the same situation with him, telling him, like, you know, bro, it's a long season, it's a lot of time, stay focused, stay locked in, and yeah, he got his chance today and made the most of it.
All right, and then Milos is another guy who got his chance based on circumstances. Milos is a guy that, like Coach said, is a high usage guy. He gets the most of his minutes. He's shooting every time he touches the ball. Have you seen Milos do that a lot? Like the offensive game, he had 19 points tonight.
Yeah, I seen it my first day here in the summer when we were playing pickup. I seen how skillful he was, and it blew my mind. And, you know, Milos isn't kind of in the same situation as Javis, where, you know, in the beginning of the season, wasn't getting the minutes, wasn't getting the touches that he wanted. And, you know, he was also my roommate down in Kansas, and, you know, I kind of had a personal conversation with him, kind of giving him the same advice that I gave Javis, and, you know, got his chance and made the most of it as well.
Like the team psychiatrist?
Nah, I'm just trying to be a leader. You know, I've been around for a little bit, so got to keep the guys' head straight.
All right, and then you guys are 20 for 24 and twos. Like, you're driving. I know that's part of your game, but everybody was scoring at the rim tonight.
Wait, 20 for 24?
20 for 24 on twos. Not too bad. Did you guys see that when you guys were watching film? Did you know you'd have that much success at the rim against these guys?
I mean, we didn't, you know, necessarily talk about, you know, scoring in the paint. We were more focused on ourselves, you know, just playing lower basketball the way, you know, Coach Olin teaches us to play every day. And I guess it was just one of those nights. The shots was falling from the two, so can't be mad at it.
Off the subject of basketball just a touch, I've been around here forever. I've never seen the football team and the basketball team bond the way you guys seem to. Were you guys pretty jazzed up when you saw the team come out?
Yeah.
And is there a good rapport between you guys?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they were winning. You know, we having a winning season, so that's some type of connection. You know, and I always like to keep a good relationship with other student athletes, you know, try to know more people, meet new people, and, you know, just keep that connection, because, you know, we're all Lobos, and I feel like it's a family at the end of the day, so, yeah.
So a lot of international players on this year's roster, you being one of them. I'm just curious, as someone who's done that before, what does the holiday break kind of look like for you guys? Like, how do you make the most out of your time off and you're not necessarily going home?
Well, I'm going home, thank God. This is my first Christmas break in about 3 years. My family is happy to see me. Nice little 5-day break. Get to go home. Got to stay focused, because, you know, we come back, play a nice opponent in Boise State. But it's good for my mental, you know, just to get home, be with my family, eat some good food, and spend the holidays with them.
What does a Bahamian Christmas look like?
But I can tell you my routine, my family's routine. We wake up like 8, open gifts. Then we go to my aunt's house, open more gifts. Then we go to my grandma's house, open more gifts. And then my mom would cook a nice meal, some rice, some macaroni, some baked pork chop. You get a nice little meal, good Bahamian food. And we have this festival called Junkanu. It's like a parade with a lot of pretty costumes, and, you know, they create music with drums and bells and whistles, and I go there, and it kind of keeps me grounded, because it feels like I'm home, so. Yep, that's what it looks like.
I'm jealous.
Deyton, I know you're gonna have, like you said, that there's a specific meal that you guys are gonna have for Christmas time, but if there's like one, I know you're trying to balance it because you gotta be ready for that Boise State game when you come back from the break, but is there one meal that you're telling your family you gotta have when you come back?
Yes, I want some brown rice from my mom. Some brown rice, some potato salad, baked pork chop, and some corn, and some Kool-Aid. That's me.
So I asked you in that podcast before the season started about New Mexican food, and has you had green chili yet? You haven't
No.
really worked it in, so you're not bringing green chili home for
No,
Christmas?
I still haven't tried. I'm gonna make that a promise before the New Year's. I'm gonna try.
Before New Year's?
Yes,
Okay.
before
At
New
least
Year's.
the New
So-
Year's resolution would probably
Yes,
be good.
I'm gonna have the green chili. That's all I've been hearing about. So
All right, mix it in with some of that, some of the brown rice. I don't know about brown rice. Anyway, so you're 7 assists tonight, though. You've been driving the ball and being aggressive all year, and you're a physical player. You get in the paint and you create contact. But the assists weren't always, you didn't have 7 like you did tonight all season. Why tonight were you able to find players? Are you just getting on the same page with players a little more?
yeah, I feel like I'm learning my teammates a little better. I feel like my teammates are learning me a little better. We have certain codes, certain signals for my shooters, certain signals for my bigs, to know like, we're gonna try this, do this. I'm talking to them on dead ball, so I feel like it's just that connection we're building, and they're making shots. So credit to them.
Tommy Slav mentioned two, 3 weeks ago at the last press conference he was at, that kind of what you just mentioned here with responding to Jeff, that you guys are getting like you're knowing each other more and more and more, and you guys are getting hotter. And it seems like each week we got a new guy who just set a career high in points. How dangerous can you guys be now that like the ball just keeps rolling and getting bigger?
Yeah, I would say we can be pretty dangerous, very dangerous. The way our offense is set up, Coach Olin likes the ball to move around, so everybody gets a touch, and we look for the best possible shot. And if it's Milos that night, it's Milos that night. If it's Jake that night, it's Jake that night. Once we get the win, I'm happy. We're all happy. So we're all trying to win a championship here. So that's what's up.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you.